When you're dreaming and planning to be a parent, was nagging your child, reminding them over and over again, and repeating yourself at the top of your list? Yeah, I didn't think so. So let's talk motivation. Hi, welcome back to Project Parenthood. I am your host, Chelsea Dorsich, licensed marriage family therapist. I am here to join you on your conscious parenting journey, bringing more curiosity, openness, acceptance, kindness, and non judgment along the way. My goal is for us to accept what is out of our control, commit to improving our parenting life, and discover better outcomes for ourselves and our family. Today's episode, we are going to discuss motivation. How do we get our kids motivated to go to school, do homework, chores, and all the other many things they do that we seem to be putting more energy into than them? We will look at behavior and motivation, breaking down the task and connecting it to desired outcomes, what problems come up getting motivated, and implementing a system to keep them motivated. Behavior comes before motivation. So sometimes we have to take a step forward before we actually get motivated to keep moving forward. You know how people say, oh, just work out 10 minutes and either you get 10 minutes more exercise than you would have doing nothing, or what is more likely to happen is once you start, you'll feel motivated to keep going. Think of a way, or better yet, collaborate with your child on how they can take just the first step towards the chore or homework. Maybe it's getting the homework area ready with papers, pencils, snacks, and water, or getting sheet music out and instruments tuned. Then maybe they decompress or play for a bit before coming back to it. Or the act of setting up may just motivate them to complete the task then and there. Similarly, try breaking down a chore or assignment into smaller steps and encourage your child to take one step at a time. Maybe picking out an outfit before going to bed takes one step away from the morning routine, or breaking chores down into one step actions and spreading them out. Find connections between less interesting things to those they are actually interested in. Collaborate and brainstorm with your child what they want and how they think they can get there. Plato said, education is teaching children to desire the right things. So if we can connect education and chores and necessary skills to being the foundation to finding and wanting the right things for them, their intrinsic motivation will be born. Today, individual and societal success requires children to learn what society deems necessary. So there can be a huge disconnect between what a child is learning and their future. Help them uncover what they like to do, what they feel good about, what do they see themselves doing when they're older. Disclose certain aspects of taking care of your home and your job that are not glamorous, and what motivates you to continue to move forward. Or be honest. I've told my kids when I'm struggling to get motivated to complete an assignment, and they'll start suggesting strategies. What happens when you have to do something or someone tells you to do something? Is it harder than when you choose to do something or think to do something on your own? We are less motivated when someone tells us what to do. Kids may actually be on their way to clean up their mess, yet as soon as we ask them to do it, they start dragging their feet or downright refuse. I've had clients who have experienced this with their parents. They would be planning to finish a chore or assignment as soon as they got home, but once mom told them they really need to get it done, it turned them off of doing it. Can you find a way to put your child in control in some of those situations they are struggling to stay motivated? Maybe even asking them, hey, what else needs to get done before you play video games? Or what else do we need to do to get to soccer practice? Do you need support with anything before we get to your therapy session? Looking at problems and solutions. Brainstorm what tends to get in the way of being on time or practicing their instrument or completing homework. Then have them think up ways to counteract these speed bumps. For younger kiddos, you can do this on your own and get creative to be proactive to the challenges that tend to come up. When we as parents are not caught off guard and already have some tricks up our sleeves, it can put us at ease. When appropriate, I encourage you to involve your child in this process, giving them more ownership. I have had clients that complain about their parents nagging them or not giving them more privileges. The first thing I'll say is, okay, let's figure this out. How do we get them to stop nagging or give you more independence? I put the power on the child to figure out how they can not be the focus. Eventually, they end up saying, well, if I just stay on top of my chores or my grades, or if I practice my violin more, or I make it to practice on time, they'll leave me alone. Identify the cost of the behavior to increase motivation to change. If they keep putting this off, what happens? Explore and be curious. What holds your child back? What reasons pop up in their mind? Why they can't, shouldn't, don't want to. Then explore alternative new behaviors that are more workable. And then sort out the practicalities, what skills and other resources are necessary. First, then, is a system you can use from age 1 to 18. Make the connection. First, we're doing this, then we can get to that. Sometimes kids need a sandwich. My kids do better if they can have physical exertion after school, whether it's at the park or riding bikes. Then they do their homework, and then they go to their desired practice or activity. Praising your children's efforts, no matter how small, it sends a message that their effort and attempt is acknowledged and validated. This can be anything from verbal praise or leave them a note on their desk or in their lunch. Lots of unconditional love. Hugs can reward them and motivate them. Some kids have trouble getting started due to lack of motivation, maybe executive function, or it may be due to anxiety. There may be pressure in school that is overwhelming, or they maybe have a fear of failing. They do what most do when anxious. They avoid it. Take time to reflect and explore this with curiosity and without judgment. Develop a reward system or behavior chart. Brainstorm rewards with your child. The possibilities are endless. The system can be set up where you keep track of a certain behavior on a chart, and after so many successes, they earn a prize. Maybe it's reading 20 minutes each day, and after they earn 10 days, they get a reward. Or if they finish the soccer season attending practices and games, trying their best, they earn a bigger reward like a day at the theme park. Or maybe after performance that they rehearsed for many weeks, they get to go dye their hair. Or completing chores with minimal prompting or without being asked earns a bonus reward. A behavior chart promptly awards desired behavior with stars on a chart, tokens in a jar. You can use marbles, poker chips, and when the jar is filled up, the reward is earned. Rewards can be anything from a special meal out, a day with a parent, a movie with a parent, a game night with a parent, a toy, gift card, a fun activity, cash, time with friends, or special outing with friends, technology, screen time, shows, video games, a special treat. At the end of the day, if they pick the reward, they'll be more motivated to earn it. Over time, you can slowly reduce the reward or make it take more days to receive rewards. Eventually, things will become a habit and the system may no longer be needed. However, 6 months down the line, you may need to revive it to get things going again. Lastly, come back to values. What values are being ignored, forgotten, left behind by not moving forward? That's it for this week's edition of Project Parenthood. Remember to be curious, open, accepting, kind, and non-judgmental on your conscious parenting journey. If you have any questions about this episode, about your parenting journey, and/or topics you'd like to hear more about, please reach out to parenthood@quickanddirtytips.com or leave a message at 646-926-3243. Project Parenthood is a Quick and Dirty Tips podcast. Thanks to the team at Quick and Dirty Tips, Holly Hutchins, Davina Tomlin, Morgan Christensen, and Brandon Getches. May you be happy, safe and protected, healthy and strong, and live with ease.